and develop. But the thing, and they're also playing with standing, James. They're playing with a standing, damn it. So there you go.
I think Train was one of the better maps for them to have an AWPer stand in.
Yeah.
Based on how they've been playing them, it could only get better in terms of effectiveness. Well, we've had early engagement. Drop has been abandoned, as has Cutler's HP been completely abandoned by him. Ooh, Fugly could get. Ooh, Fugly, please! Oh, no, Rick.
In that chin.
I don't even know if you knew anything about it. I did fire the gun though. That was nasty stuff. But CLG don't have the round just yet. 2 versus 2, and they are smoked off the choke point. Backing off from Drop, and the bomb should be planted here by Mr. Sean Grills.
That was like a Shin Shoryuken right there, James. Shin Shoryuken. That is what that was. Straight to the chin, the uppercut. Glorious stuff. This is a great situation here for Echo Fox. CLG are in trouble. There is no kit on them currently. I'm not sure if there's one on the floor to be picked up, but looks like Sean Gares is gonna just put it out of their minds. Just go to sleep now, guys. It's over. Round 2, and you're awake, but you have terrible money. CLG, what are they going to do here? I would like to see them not force, maybe, they can buy wine. I was going to say, James, maybe only 2 players. Okay, everyone's going to, I just got wrecked twice.
Sit down, Dan.
I was going to say that, they could just go a little bit light. Because again, if you feel like you're the better team, right, you want to play your buy rounds with the maximum money. Generally speaking, I should say, because again, Echo Fox should be able to play a decent anti-eco here. We've seen them play some sketchy anti-ecos on this map, anti-force spies, but they should be able to play that one to still win the round. I would like to see CLG having the maximum chance on their buy round, because I think that's going to be more consistent over time, but they have decided to go for the force buy, and they are individually strong players, so perhaps they can keep the economy down at the very least of Echo Fox and make their life more difficult. Echo Fox rolling with 2 AKs actually as well, so they do have quite some firepower at range, and they will be getting into the A-bomb site. So let's see if CLG can do something here. And CLG have not been beaten to the punch. They actually have players on the bomb site here, and Cutler's going to pick up a frag, so perhaps there is a chance here. HEZ will get a frag, and Sean Gares able to take down Cutler as well, making the bomb site available for a plant, and you can see that the CTs are doing quite some damage here. However, the ETs are alive, and the plant will finally be planted. The plant will be planted, James.
The plants will be planted,
and the bomb will be bombing.
But will the plant grow? That's the question. 3 of the 4 players here are all heavily tagged. Roko needs to come in and deliver for his side. Hazed moving around the APC. Slowly does it. He only has the, he has a deagle, and that deagle's coming into use. That's the, oh, this is very dangerous now. 8 has only got 23 HP, and there it goes. Hayes should have time to find the defuse here. So the first anti-force buy has failed for Echo Fox, and CLG make their way onto the scoreboard earlier than expected that.
So, CLG kind of proving me wrong in this one instance. Again, one thing I will say is that, good analysis is never hindsight analysis. You want to try to play the numbers game, you want to try to play the percentages, right? But in this instance, CLG did prove me wrong, and there is an argument to be made if you feel like a team is a weak team or weaker than you, or you have great skill, or you feel like their coordination is poorer, that you can get greater edges than otherwise you would against other teams with a force buy like that. And perhaps that's the case. Perhaps that's what CLG read into this. Who knows?
Yeah, I think there's merit to a force buy in this map just because of the layout of the map. You can,
sure.
All the small corners. And here's an example of one. Tarek going to be playing around the smoke, and he's going to get himself 3 frags. So there's a perfect example. Echo Fox trying to force their way in, and Tarek's going to get himself a 4-man.
James, what? And that was amazing. They all jumped in front of him, one after another. That was great. He didn't have to move his crosshair. My mum could have got all those frags.
She probably could have.
Mum, just aim there and just press fire a lot.
Just keep clicking mouse 1.
And she would have gotten all those frags.
I feel like
That's
Echo
so
Fox
amazing.
are on tilt the way they're playing right now.
Perhaps. I think that was, to some extent, was a little bit unlucky. But at the same time, for all 3 of them to jump in the same spot there, and without checking some angles, it does make it look like the coordination is very off. Or they haven't planned that.
There are 2 obvious angles. That was one of them. The other one is the further back where you boost AWPers.
Yeah.
And nobody checked them. That's the first angle you check.
Yeah.
And they jumped through a smoke.
Yeah.
All jumped through a smoke as well.
And just to be clear, I'm not trying to say my mum is better than Tarek. I was just saying that was a really nice and easy couple kills for him.
You're saying that Tarek is as good as your mum.
Don't know, James. But what I do know is that CLG are wrecking Echo Fox here, and I do wonder about their coordination a little bit, as you saw in that push. Because one of the things about rushing or pushing anything is that there are dangerous positions, and the order of players should suggest your team should understand. Okay, regarding the order of players and how who throws the pop flashes and so on, and where the smokes go in the drill, who looks where based on who's throwing what and who is standing where in the push. And even top teams we've seen today, I think it was Fnatic. No, it was FaZe actually against Fnatic. FaZe, 3 of them ran in plateau and missed the most dangerous position. No one checked it. This happens all over the place in the top level of Counter-Strike. Sometimes, maybe one player thinks that someone else would have checked it. It was their job and they didn't, so they don't do it. And that miscommunication can lead to all kinds of disasters as well.
That should never happen to Echo Fox.
It shouldn't
ever
happen,
again.
Yeah.
It should never happen. It should never happen ever again.
Boom.
Ever. That should never happen again. If that happens again,
what's going to happen, James? If that happens again.
Well, then they're just failing at their job then. I mean, what else is there to say? If
That's if
that mistake is repeated, the most basic, the first places you look are not checked by 4 people. Why are you even loading the game?
Yeah, I mean,
at that point.
I mean, in their defense, they were jumping out of smoke. I don't think they were blinded, to be honest. I don't think there was anyone else shooting them.
They chose to jump through the smoke and not check. They could have put someone. They could have put Molotovs down. They could have put someone. They didn't even put somebody at the back of the platform to jump at the back of the side.
You can come back to this. I feel like you have some venting to do. You can come back to this because we do have the Echo Fox side actually picking up some kills here. Just going for the classic B split and winning drop zone, winning B plateau, picking up a lot of frags along the way. So Echo Fox are going to be able to take what looks like a pretty clean round here, losing only one single player, and they've picked up 2 rounds in total now. So they are definitely starting to put a little bit of pressure onto the money of CLG, but CLG still have more than enough to get out a respectable buy, featuring an AWP on Mr. JDM, who's quite low on money, but Hayes and Tarek should be able to supply. They are the breadwinners right now. JDM is being delivered the gold, but he is actually not going to be on the AWP. They could have actually dropped him one, but they chose not to. I'm surprised. JDM with AWP, much better than JDM with anything else, in my opinion. And probably JDM's opinion.
Yeah. I'm sure he has 83,000 kills on his AWP.
83,000 kills on his AWP.
I have
oh my God.
46,000 kills on my AK.
That is,
and he has 83,000 kills on his AWP.
He's a nerd, James.
That is,
what a nerd.
I don't know anyone who has, I don't know, that's crazy.
I'm a nerd, but he is a nerd, James.
That's completely insane.
That's crazy. That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
It's nice. Okay.
We'll see if it will lead CLG to victory. I mean, CLG have developed well as the CT side on Cobble as well, which we'll get back to later. A2Z taking down Hayes. Nice answer from JDM with the rifle, actually. A rare kill for him. Someone take a screenshot. 3 versus 4. Man advantage for Echo Fox. Cutler moving quickly and undetected towards the A bomb site. In fact, both remaining players are there. Tarek Course on the rotation. Indeed.
2 versus 4, and Fugly's got a good position by the APC, but he's alone, basically. He's going to try to go out on a limb here, pushing very far past his teammate's support. Cutler, though, holding down the bomb site, which makes Fugly's life a little bit more easy, a little easier. There's some English for you. I can English well, and Fugly can shoot well. They're still holding this down somehow. Oh my God, Fugly with 12 HP. Getting a kill there with the M4, close range against the AKs. The AWP coming in, the desperation coming in, the panic setting in for XP3 right now, as there's no time to plant the bomb, it would seem. He has to get the frags at this point, and they are hiding, playing the clock, and XP3 is going to likely die after time.
This is ridiculous.
They're just running
it's
around.
hide and seek, Dan.
Oh my God.
That's hilarious.
Someone play Yakety Sax by Benny Hill.
Counter 40, 39, 40, I'm coming! Starts chasing around the map. This is...
What is it, James? Don't leave me in suspense. Express
it's
yourself.
It's bizarre to witness Echo Fox playing like this across 2 maps. Because they did better on Train. But, I mean, what has happened between Train and, I mean, seriously, did they eat all the sherbet? Sugar's gone straight to their heads? I don't know. I just don't know.
Well, Echo Fox is going to take some damage onto Sean Ghazali in this round.
What a transformation. You know, you see those game shows where people like go in somewhere to get like a makeover, they come out and it's all amazing. It's like they walked into the wrong makeup room, Dan, and I don't know.
They walked into
they trashed everything.
back alley surgery or something.
They
Back alley doctor's surgery.
I don't know.
And they have had an unfortunate transaction. So we're going to see the drop take here coming in from Echo Fox. They did make this around work like this with the B split previously quite well, but instead of the players being on plat here, although there is one, they're actually moving the bomb towards A. So I don't know if they're trying to go for some elaborate fake, but because CLG have not seen the bomb and they're still 5 players strong, they aren't rotating everyone. They're leaving 4 players on B, which is very reasonable considering the pressure that they've seen, and 1 on A. Again, very reasonable. I think, and it's JDM with the AWP, so this setup from CLG is quite good. They have not overreacted. I think they've reacted quite well. And JDM might see somebody soon. You can see he's in the open here, so he can get the info. And I really like this play from JDM, because he's not even necessarily, I mean, he can maybe make a quick scope and flick if he spots someone, but he's more or less playing the time and the info.
Speaking of time, Dan, there are 20 seconds left for Echo Fox to breach the site and plant the bomb with minimal error. The bomb carrier is leading the charge as well. JDM's been taken down, so it's working well so far. But again, 8 seconds left. They've got no time. It's all over. Wow, Hayes with 3 super fast frags as well, leaving Rix alone trying to kill a flanker. Another round won by timeout, Dan.
That second kill from Hayes, I thought for sure he was going to miss that frag on the player crossing, but he just got on, I think in the second bullet of the 3-bullet burst, the headshot there as he just was making it past the wall. Very, very fine margin there. And who knows what would happen had Hayes not gotten that frag, because maybe he doesn't get the 3rd frag now because the bomb's down. So interesting stuff, and Echo Fox are going to be the worst for it. 5-2 as CLG take the lead, and they're starting to build, again build some money. It's been a little bit back and forth. Echo Fox now though, back on a save, and what can they accomplish with the save, I wonder? Cutler's waiting. Oh, the Mag 7. Some good position in this round to get some juicy kills.
Bubbly backs away. And Echo Fox have a man advantage for now, which could easily, well, I say easily, they've only got 1 rifle. Well, it gets made into 2 anyway, and that's Hayes getting taken down. Fugly still with 14 HP, and finally somebody checks that spot properly. A flying XP3 will be the man to do it. So Echo Fox looking to get an unlikely round on the board here, and CLG don't have much money. You can see JDM with 1,600 in back here. He can't really afford to lose the big green gun in this situation. Tax picks up an AK as well, and JDM will start to make his exit, and there will be some frags coming up. Roka gets taken down. Not much for Echo Fox to lose at the moment in terms of what they're carrying. We'll see how much money the T's have as well. They are continuing to hunt JDM, but I mean, JDM is not the most ideal person to be hunting because he is so dangerous with that AWP. And look at the money on the T side. So safety in numbers, the T side moving around looking to trade against JDM, and that is the safest way to go about it, that's for sure. So, Echo Fox get another round on the board.
Yeah, and a surprising one at that. CLG had the buy, Echo Fox did not. Yet they somehow were able to pick that one up. That's a shock result, and perhaps speaks to the future now for Echo Fox, because Echo Fox can rely on perhaps taking plateau, more easily, and maybe getting those edges from plateau. Maybe that's the way in. Let's not forget their first proper buy round victory was just not very complicated. I think 2 on plat and 2 on drop zone, and then just 1 around pretty decisively. So it does seem like B is a little bit weak at the moment, but JDM has now positioned himself there. If JDM generally starts to play B, then I think that is going to be a big plug to the leak. But we'll see if how the adaptation works here from CLG.
Did he spot the play across?
I'm not sure if he did.
Didn't go for the flick, so I thought he might have. There we go. The T's creeping away, as they will see some aggression from CLG. I mean, we have started to see an increase in the drop zone being abandoned by the CTs. Echo Fox doing some investigation, and they will see that indeed the CTs are looking to hold it more aggressively. But that's smoke all, smoke on either side actually. That's one way to clear it. Often you will see one side of drop smoked to stop the CTs being able to trade, but both sides smoked is quite interesting. 45 seconds left, and there's no indication as to where Echo Fox will be headed. JDM spots Sean Gers through the smoke, and now we've got 2 players jump over, but they're going to have to go back into the reticle of JDM once again. That Molotov will force him away from the boxes, but that's what the angle he needs anyway. Roker, of course, coming in for a very nice crouch peek onto JDM, shooting him straight in the head, and the push will begin. 20 seconds left, though, and they still have no control of B.
But now they have control of B. And the bomb will be planted, James. All the problems have been remedied in an instant. Ricks with the double as CLG struggle to fight back, and Echo Fox having resurgence, definitely feeling better on Cobblestone than they were on Mirage. On Mirage, they looked dejected, deflated, and
discombobulated.
Perhaps that one as well. Struggling to find a way into the match. And Cobblestone, you can see that they've got a lot more confidence, and CLG right now, already with 5 rounds, a T-sided map, so I think CLG are going to be completely fine with this. And CLG are a side that we should expect to see a lot of good T rounds from to break the CTs. But now Echo Fox playing that anti-eco, they realize what's going on in this round. They just have to make sure they avoid getting 1D. Oh, the flash is strong, but Sean Gers still has some vision, and he'll be able to deal with Hayes and send him away. Somewhere else. I don't know where he is, James, but he's not in the round anymore.
So it's CLG on eco. Tarek's rotating back and forth between A and B, and Echo Fox is still playing passive towards A in case of any information plays from the CT side, attempted flanks, and so on and so forth. So they, rather than suiciding straight into the B bomb site as they did earlier on through the smoke, they are going to be a bit calmer. In fact, Roker even checking the boost spots, the sneaky spots here. So I don't know why Echo Fox went pug mode earlier on, but they seem to have regained their senses, Dan, which appeared to have taken leave earlier. But they've recovered in time, 5-5, as CLG come back on the bye.
Yes, indeed. It is looking much more even. It's a much better Echo Fox, and perhaps more confidence. It's more routine. Ooh. JDM rendering Roker legless. Although Roker is still able to run, James. This is a conundrum.
Did he spot the first player moving over there? I do wonder, because I would have expected perhaps more of a rotation if he did, although maybe in JDM they trust. Got a bit of pre-fire, bit of baiting, bit of nuisance making going on from the Echo Fox side towards the A-bomb site, where there are 3 people now for the C side. Make that 4, as they are joined by XP3 with the big green gun. So Hayes looking to counter flash if JDM fires a shot, it seems. Good, safe play by the CT side, although he's actually abandoned JDM and left him on his own, and there are many players for him to deal with Roker going to jump over. JDM needs to avoid being traded here. Oh, he could have got a number of kills there. He's going to hold his position down, almost gets a 3rd, but Ricks will finally trade for him. Hayes is in position with a teammate right behind him before this bomb is anywhere close to going down. They must still cross. Cutler's going to get taken down, but we'll expect Hayes now down below. He gets the 1-man spray down, and he will be traded, leaving it in a 2 versus 2.
The positioning here from Fugly is really good, though. Oh, no, sorry, Tarek. He's coming up A mid now, and oh, he's got to get the frag! Sean Gers somehow gets that one, and that is not going to work out in the end. Rick's having that 1 versus 1, the added advantage of the vantage point. And yeah, that was, oh dear. Was it Tarek? I think it was Tarek, actually. It was Tarek who was not able to capitalize there in that position, and that was really unfortunate.
Yeah, Tarek just didn't get the frag.
Yeah, I mean, if he gets that frag, it's a really big advantage there for the CTs, but Echo Fox will be the ones. They are the ones, and they are taking the advantage here, 6-5, as they take the lead finally. Now, they just have to play a good anti-eco, and we've seen this go wrong. Anti-force buy, we've seen this go wrong a number of times. Can we see a better result this time?
Well, they haven't rushed straight into the B-bomb site again, Dan, so that's a good start for the Echo Fox team. I still have, well, there's a lot of questions to be asked there, which perhaps we don't want the answers to. Whoa, what is going on here? Fugly with 2 frags. The harassment in the drop zone has not worked out. Echo Fox 2 versus 5, Dan. Please explain.
Okay, you know what? Like, there is good anti-force buys, and there is just getting shot in the face with a pistol. it happens sometimes, and there's nothing you can do about it. It can just happen like that. What can you do? And it looks like right now Echo Fox is just destined to lose this round. You can see ATZ is desperately trying to get rid of these guns as much as he can. And CLG is starting to bear on his position. They have a player who can catch him if he does try to switch towards the A-bomb site in a very sneaky position. So CLG know the relative positioning of A2Z, just not exactly where he is, just that he cannot have gone to the other bomb site because he is locked in. Right now, CLG are the jailers of A2Z, and he is trying to break free. He wants freedom, and if freedom is possible, he goes for the clutch, but Tarek with the headshot there, all the pistols connecting for CLG, surviving with so many players. How many weapons do they pick up? A mere 2. Could have been much worse in that sense, but it's a great round indeed for CLG. You can never count, I mean, it was Cutler, right, who picked up those 3 headshots. Whoever it was,
Fugly picks up 2 in the drop zone.
okay, it was Fugly, right? So that, I mean, that just happens sometimes, James. Who knows?
So despite trying to dispose of the weapons, JDM managed to pick up the AWP as well. So a bit of money saved for him. Full buy coming out for CLG. Full buy coming out for Echo Fox. Their last player had 62.50 in the bank during that palaver. We go into the dying rounds of the first half here. CLG, Echo Fox 6-6. Round 13, 4 people over towards A again for Echo Fox. They had good success here, perhaps trying to punish JDM again, expecting him to be abandoned. Hayes is in tow with Cutler this time as Tarek gets taken down by Sean Grills.
Yeah, a good setup here from the CTs. In fact, all the push is just playing for the trades, and they're going to get it. A2Z, he's delivering again. He's had some fantastic plays, I must say, and he's going to survive on 1 point of health. What a hero right now. And he's got 2 players oncoming, but the site will be the property of the other T side here, Echo Fox. Going to boost A2Z up as well. This is a nice angle. I never really see this. I want to see if he can get something out of the headshot here. It's actually, because of this angle is so rare, towards the balcony is actually an off angle. But do they want to invest an extra player just in being a step stool right now? Looks like it's going to pay off. And they're going to both be able to double peek Fugly. That worked out, ended up working out perfectly. And that's going to be another round for Echo Fox. They are looking much, much better than expected now. And they're really on a roll. So CLG, where are they going to find their rounds back? Again, 6 rounds on CT sides, pretty good. It is pretty good. But I'm impressed that Echo Fox are able to prevent CLG from taking more, actually. I think Echo Fox are having some really strong rounds there. It's nice. It's nice.
Yeah, they have made a good recovery. CLG limited on the weaponry, limited on the nades in this round. Will that be a good timing nade? Oh, yes, it will. That's a clean 50 off of Sean Gares. This time Echo Fox concentrating the forces over towards the B bomb site with an initial lurker who's also rotating now. So it looks like we might see a fast play here from Echo Fox, which is interesting considering that the money's limited to CLG and they're not going to have nades for ages. So this is a round where they could have actually benefited from a slow play. 2 men down for the T side, and CLG will reap the rewards. What do you think about this?
I mean, Tarek got set up really well there. I mean, he's short. He wins the first one-on-one, which is great. But then the pop flashes that are coming in, the counter grenades from the CTs, were really, really good. His teammates really supported him. He got the frags he needed to get, that he was set up to get, and Echo Fox got dismantled there. So, you know, it's just a mix of good play from Tarek and team play from CLG, and Echo Fox perhaps not having the best flashes themselves to try to deny Tarek, but I think Tarek just had a really good round here with teammates. And CLG will have close to a flawless round there. Tarek with 4 frags and 7-7. And Echo Fox, it's unfortunate for them. But again, you know, they're doing okay. I'm really curious how they're going to perform on their CT side, because let's not forget, XP3 is standing in for them. So you know.
We've seen recently in situations where the CTs, for example, have not had the best money, that the Ts will often play passive to see if they will be aggressive to make up for that. But Echo Fox going for the fast play didn't pay out for them. So CLG could actually end up taking the lead in this first half. At 8 rounds would be fantastic for the CT side. We'll see if they can make it. They've got lots of counter flashes, counter molotovs as well, while the nades are starting to run out for the T side somewhat early, so perhaps we'll see a fast play from them once again. They do have 2 lurkers towards the A side this time. Hayes holding a passive position. maybe forced from that position a bit later on. There are 2 Molotovs remaining on the Echo Fox team. I think it was... oh, it's going to go for the raw peak. So no flashes or Molotovs to be used by ECS. They're just going to go for the raw peak there and get punished for doing so. 5 versus 3 now. No rotation from CLG. All their players are intact, not much damage taken, so they will hold formation for now.
Yeah, CLG look quite good in this round at the moment. Now the bomb is going to make its way towards the drop zone area, and we'll have to see whether or not they can actually get in. XP3 is going to cause distraction towards A, which will delay rotation. And that means it will be a 2 versus 1/2 versus 2 towards the B bomb side. But how quickly will CLG work out what's going on? Have they got any info right now? Rix is going to get shot in the back there, kind of going towards connector. It was sorry, to the towards the double doors, towards the A side, and in doing so loses the bomb as well. So that ended up not going so well in the end, and CLG will end up taking the last couple rounds. So that's going to be a decent result there for CLG, I'd say. But I mean, 8 rounds CT side is great on Cobblestone. You get a lot of security going into your T half. It is a T-sided map these days, and I think it actually always really was.
Yeah.
But Echo Fox, they did a lot better than I thought. I thought CLG were actually going to steamroll them, especially after that start we saw where we had a fast 5 rounds there from CLG. But Echo Fox put a stop to that. They'd made some good plays, there's some good team play. They got a lot of good fragging in there, started seeing more individual performances. A2Z with a lot of nice rounds. And it's going to be, we've got a game on our hands in the 3rd map here. Echo Fox could win this one.
Yeah, indeed. And it would be, I think, somewhat bizarre after the 2nd map if Echo Fox managed to take this over the line. But it's entirely possible. It could go either way. We have no idea. Echo Fox making some odd decisions in map 3 as well as map 2. But again, they managed to recover and get a bit more sensible with things. So CLG, 8 rounds. I think that's great for them on the CT side. I think they could have got 10, perhaps. I think they probably expect to get about 10 rounds versus Echo Fox, but 8 it will be. So yes, they'll take a very thin lead. And obviously a pistol will be also very important for both teams because that could give CLG the lead to take things over the line. I feel like CLG should win. I think they deserve to win based on how both teams have played, but...
It's I think with the pistol and the economy, I think it can be a very different story when you get that bad economic start on the CT side, because it can kind of force some teams to, well, not force them, but encourage them in making marginal decisions because there's no clear good option, because you're going to have to play with low utility. Do you go with the force buy? How much do you end up forcing with? Then if you do go for that force buy, because you can make a good argument for it, then you're on, and it doesn't go super well, then you got to play low utility. And then it's a bit awkward. You can never quite get the right setup, and your money's always suppressed, so you never get to play the rounds that you want to play with comfort on the money. And that's the worst situation for the CT side. So that's what Echo Fox really want to avoid. That is manageable by actually just not force buying. But again, that's the gamble you play. That's the risk you take, and we'll have to see how it develops. Now we have kicked things off here into the 2nd half. 3rd map between CLG and Echo Fox here for the first best of 3 for the ECS North American League. And JDM will get the jump in onto XP3, but the quick trade there from A2Z will render him lifeless there as it goes 4 versus 4. And CLG now commit to what was always the plan, the end game, and that is that B push. But can they get through the drop here?
Boom.
The spray there, the Tech 9 all over the place.
Rec 9.
And now it's just A2Z versus 2, definitely capable of this clutch with that USP.
That is indeed the power of the Tech 9 raid boss. The meat shots coming in there. An important 2K for Tarek, leaving A2Z alone, waiting for Fugly to announce himself. They know exactly where he is, so he'll try to reset his position quickly and again punish Fugly for going for the peak. A2Z looking for the trade fragger, has no idea where he is, but there he is, Tarek with the 3rd kill of the round. And yeah, double P250 raid boss is something that I have been talking about for a while, but you could also drop a Tech 9 and a P250, depending on the map. So you get double raid boss, Tech and P250. But there we go, that is the power of the Tech 9 raid boss. So CLG win an important pistol round. They take a 2-round lead. And Echo Fox not going for the force buy, actually. They're going to go for the eco here. 3 HEs onto the Echo Fox side. I would expect them to be going towards B, but in fact they have chosen to stack A long. They've Got a CZ57, some P250s. And again, this is a tricky map for anti-ecos, generally speaking, because of all the little corners here. Roker and Rix with 2 corners in one. 2 corners around 1 corner, which kind of makes sense. And A2Z around the other corner. So I like the idea. I like the setup from the CTs. But they're going for the push, and indeed it will pay off. Cutler goes down, but at what cost? Echo Fox losing numbers all over the map.
Yeah, just Rix left. So Echo Fox don't have much in the way of hopes for this one, and they will be eliminated, sent into the next round by CLG, who now have great money, and it's going to be eco for Echo Fox. I mean, you know, they can pick up a couple pistols if they want. They are playing this very economically, so they're kind of trying to avoid that situation that I said, you know, was sort of that spot where you have to play a lot of marginal situations where you never get your ideal setup. Looks like they're going to be playing for their ideal setup, which I really like that. I think it's nice. It's not always the place for it, but it is nice. And Tarek is going to move all the way to the end of plateau, and I like this as well. A little bit like Envious, actually. We're seeing 2 players here coming in for CLG onto the B plat. And Tarek's going to pick up the frag as well. So looks like they've cleared the B bomb site, and the bomb can be picked up and escorted around there. But there's a CT by the bomb.
Yes, there
it's being
is. Boosted
up by the drop zone. So now the CTs know where the bomb is. This is kind of weird because, okay, both bomb sites are the property of the Ts, but they've got to reclaim the bomb now.
Nice shot from Fugly. What an acute angle to find. Rix goes down, but Sean Gers is still there. But how many can Sean Gers find? The rest of his team have pretty much been wiped out. XP3 still alive. But there are 4 Ts to contend with. Sean might get 1, but that might be all he gets. So Hayes goes down. Fugly down to 5 HP. 3 versus 1 now. And there's a minute on the clock in this situation. CLG don't necessarily even need to plant the bomb. Fugly seemed to have smelled the rat after seeing 1 player. Very smart play by him, actually. And indeed, it will be 11-7 here in favor of CLG. So XP3 going for the AWP. We'll have armor this time, if you remember, on Mirage. His first buy, I believe, was AWP, no armor. AWP onto both sides, UMP with Cutler. He'll be happy with that for the time being. And that's going to be a good weapon for this round because only one of the 5 CTs has a helmet. So he can get some one-shots in if he gets close enough to do so. I don't know the one-shot range of the UMP, actually, but that's something I'm going to look up now. I am a full nerd on CSGO. So let's have a look and see where the AWP is currently. There's JDM holding outside long A, and XP3 is doing the same at the other end. And again, this is there are a lot of variations you can play CT AWP over towards A. If you go towards danger, as you might see was Edit doing sometime, for the flip side, you can constantly go for the re-peaks, get the fast peaks in, and cause lots of problems for the T side. Still early on, though, and Echo Fox are already 4 rounds down, so XP3 will be opting for a more passive, more conservative angle. You can see CLG starting to clear out long A at the moment. Slowly but surely they will do it, while 2 of their players will hold towards B. 45 seconds left on the clock, and Echo Fox will have no idea as to what CLG's ultimate plans are. Sean is holding a passive angle on B plateau. The bomb's still miles away, actually. So 33 seconds left now, and again, CLG, you could argue that they don't really have any significant map control. They do have 3 plays over towards A, though, and A2Z has finally gone down looking for that info he will receive, but can XP3 do anything with said info? We still don't have a rotation coming in from Echo Fox. XP3 has to go nuclear here because he has many Ts coming his way. 3 kills for him so far. He's done great damage. Sorry, 2 kills. And here we go, 10 seconds for the bomb to go down, and the bomb carrier has been felled. There isn't time to plant the bomb now. CLG have waited too long.
Nice shots there from JDM, though. He gets both flicks, and it's going to be lights up him in the end. Rix with the frag, and Echo Fox are going to be in position now to once again take control of the match. They just have to win 1 more round, and that kill of JDM was just after time as well, so as you can see, he's on $350. Oh, the shame. Shame, shame, shame. Now we're going to see CLG going for a lot of presence here early on towards the plateau. Will they commit fully, though? They do have quite a few grenades in the stores, so perhaps they can just try to get in there. Once again, we've seen really good work done by Tarek, actually, as he pushes out towards the end of the plateau. And he is the forward man. He's going to drop down through through, he's playing with the smoke there, pop flash, and he's gonna have to just react, see what he can find. This double on the spray down, that is very fortunate there for Tariq, and the rotation is in too. It was all a great ruse, and it looks like Echo Fox have bought it. Hook, line, and sinker. Now,
they got baited like a fish in a tank there.
Was that the best you could do, James?
I tried.
Was that the best you could do?
I tried. I apologise for cutting you off.
You cut me off for that. For that, James.
I'm sorry, Dan. I'm sorry.
Oh my God. I am thoroughly unimpressed. But Echo Fox, they are going to be kind of annoyed about this round. As again, you know, we're getting to the last rounds again. When you get to kind of, you know, round 20, things start to get a little bit tense as the economy starts to be more and more impactful, and the team that gets that momentum going into the last phases of the last half starts to be closer and closer to getting a winning advantage. We'll have to see how it actually ends up transpiring before us, as Echo Fox will save 3 players. So despite the spot where they get reset here on the money, they can actually have a potentially decent round with all the stuff that they had saved. So 3 rifles, able to drop 1 more, and this looks respectable actually. You know, if this was a Fnatic, you know, of old, you see Flusher on the CZ, it's basically like an AK-47 on Flusher, and you know, Echo Fox really not too badly off. Let's see if they're able to defend though with this bite that they have. CLG playing it carefully. They know that this is the round for them. If they win this round, there's an eco for Echo Fox. That puts CLG on 14 rounds.
Slowly does it. Very aggressive are the CTs over towards A. That's a very deep hold by them. And CLG showing presence over towards the B bomb sites at the moment. XP3 trying to hold things down. Flash is coming in, but he will go for the repeat, I'm sure. And he'll continue to do so. We've got some Flash coming in. Oh, Fugly surely should have gone down there. Don't know how that one didn't hit. Looks like CLG are preparing to drop into the drop zone, which again has been abandoned by the CTs. This is becoming a more common play. We did see an aggressive hold earlier on, then double smokes coming in, so things being changed up here. Now we have the long A players for Echo Fox starting to move back to the site, where at least one of them is. So could they split the A sites here? There are options available for CLG. Fugly's gone down to Roka, however. And now Roka has been exposed by Cutler, as has XP3. That is an open B bomb site. Can they cut off the choke points though? There's 1 smoke on the T side. There's a flank coming in from JDM as well, but I think he's been heard by Rix. There's only 2 CTs left though.
Yeah, actually him being spotted there is amazing, because look at this Rix. He's not even in the retake effort. He can't do anything. And in fact, they've given up the ghost there. There's no retake that they're even going to try and attempt. And you're going to have Rix just falling onto the site, seeing they know the player's there somewhere. Where the hell is he? Rix maybe is going to play go all Sherlock Holmes and play the game of deduction. But it's Sean Gares here with that CZ spraying down Tariq. And that is going to be that tier for Echo Fox. I mean, it's really important that they keep these 2 rifles alive. You can see they're desperately trying to escape the clutches of the CLG side, but can they make it happen? Looks like they're good. They have been undiscovered. Rix over there by the danger area will be safe. Nice moves from Rix. Now 13-8, and we will see the importance of these 2 rifles now, because the team can't really have a buy in this round, but the 2 rifles might be, maybe with the 2 rifles in the right place at the right time, with a flashbang, that is a recipe, James, for magic.
Magic.
Yes, James.
All right.
Magic.
CLG moving 2 towards B, 2 towards A. 2 towards long A. Again, we recall the aggressive hold from Echo Fox towards long A in the previous round. This time they move 4 over towards B, and CLG just going for a morning stroll through the chateau. They are on mixed buy. Sean Gares gets taken down towards B. What has caused the rotation? Only A2Z, I believe, is over towards the A bomb sites at the moment, holding close underpass where nobody has shown up. I do wonder about the timing though. XP3 goes down and There we go. A to Z gets cleared off. I was wondering because the bomb is moving on its own above danger, so that could have got to become a bit weird, but in fact it won't. Now the question is, can Rix hold on to what little he has here? A mere 4,800 being carried by Echo Fox at the moment. Can easily be cleared up, and there goes Roka as well. 1750, nothing else. Nice spray by Rix, but now the hunt is on. CLG moving towards 14. Rix unable to save his gun. Looks like the end may be nigh for Echo Fox, but they should be back on the buy. Indeed, they will be.
Yeah, back on the buy indeed, but it's a long road. It's a long, long road indeed. And it is not paved with gold. The road is pretty obscure, actually, how Echo Fox are going to find their way back into this. And worse yet, when you're on the CT side, you're at the mercy of the Ts, and what the Ts feel is your weakness. And if you haven't created a proper adaptation, then those weaknesses will be your downfall. Now, CLG getting JDM into the plateau. He is potentially looking for a forward position initially, but he will be smoked off, allowing Swangez, if he would like to do so, to get a forward position himself. And instead, you'll see the boost to be able to look over the smoke there, and that is going to be a frag here in the end for A2Z. Able to get a kill towards the A side of the map. So looks like CLG, they're trying to work into positioning all over the place here, trying to expend some early grenades from the CTs. Oh, but JDM in that boosted position gets traded actually. Roka going in, but there's more trade fragging here as there were 3 Ts initially. CLG looking good for this one. A2Z though going to pop out by long. Hayes in the 1-on-1. It gets tapped down to a very low amount of health, but he still somehow delivers the goods. The AK-47, James, it is named Do It for an A.
Should we call him the postman, Dan?
Should we call him the
Because
postman?
he's delivering the goods. Huh?
I guess you could do that, yes.
I guess we could, but let's not do that. So the match is being paused. So it's a tactical pause at the point where Echo Fox are against 7 match points. Do wonder if it's come in a little bit too late
So
now.
hang on, guys. Something's not working.
Guys, we appear to be against match point. Let's call a pause. Tarek on 25 kills. He's doing great work for his team. Cutler is down there with 7. I think Tarek is maybe stealing all of his kills. So CLG looking good in this best of 3, which is a bit captain obvious now. They've made their way to many match points, Dan. But I don't see Echo Fox getting back into this. Double FAMAS, Scout. See what A2Z opts to buy. If he,
I don't dare predict.
If he goes helmet only, sorry, Kevlar only, he can buy FAMAS, but will be limited on the nades. Echo Fox may go for a bit of an aggressive play somewhere. A desperation play, Dan. They are indeed desperate right now. Desperate times. A distinct lack of grenades. They have 3 smokes, so they can try to slow down CLG's push through some choke points at the beginning. But after that, they will have nothing left but flesh and blood there. Can't block bullets with bone.
Unless you are Wolverine, in which case your bone is adamantium.
Then it's not bone, is it? It's adamantium, Dan.
Yeah, they look like bones. They're just adamantium.
It looks like... Wait, is his skeleton adamantium?
Yeah.
Or is it just blades in his...
No, his entire skeleton is adamantium.
Okay, well, yeah, I guess they do look like bone then, if you look at them through the flesh, like with an X-ray machine.
Yeah.
I don't know how often he goes for X-rays though.
I don't know what the
Jean
effect
Grey,
would be.
do you think she X-rays him?
I wonder what would the effect be on adamantium if you X-rayed the adamantium. I don't know. I am not a scientist, James.
Maybe
I
it's
do not know.
impervious then. Anyway, well, Reese told us adamantium is fictional, as if we didn't know that, Reese. I'd just let's move on. Echo Fox against 7 match points. I can't believe that this happened. Echo Fox against 7 match points. That's a meaty nade as well. Oh, JDM, please, just stop the violence and vote.
There are children present. Producer Reese is in the other room.
Stop the violence and vote. 4 versus 2. XP3 alone with a scout. Oh, the brutality. It's like watching Mortal Kombat.
But where's the babality, James? Where's the babality? Well, it's going to be a victory there. 16-8 in this best of 3. CLG losing the first map train. It was pretty close. Echo Fox looked like they might be able to take the series at points, except Mirage. definitely not Mirage. But there are points in the first half here. We had a very even first half. But this is what we're talking about. That T side is a T-sided map, and CLG, they found so many ways to get their rounds done, and the individual skill really showed up for them there. So an expected result overall, but just not, again, I think we said this last night, we have results like this. It's expected result, but the journey to that result was not expected in any way.
The journey to that result was WTF.
The journey was a bit weird.
So that's our first match concluded for the North American cast. We will have more CS coming up for you very shortly in about, well, just over 15 minutes. So we're going to head to a break. But before we do, I believe a bit of embarrassment is due for producer Reese actually feeling compelled to tell us that Adamantium is indeed fictional. So I think we'll hit the break with shame, shame, shame.